This is the Kawasaki W800, a bike whose history and legacy dates back nearly 50 years. The W series was originally launched back in 1967 and it was built based on the BSA A7. Long story short, we are now at the fag end of 2020 and this is the BS6 W800, the rock solid retro roadster from Kawasaki. So, what makes this different and should you even consider buying one for yourself? Let's find out. The design is pure retro with a round LED headlamp, the teardrop shaped tank, a nice long seat, and a twin pod instrument cluster. We get good stopping power on board with a massive 320 front disc and a 270 rear disc. The low profile ribbed pattern seat offers adequate space for the rider as well as the pillion. The seating posture is nice and upright, thereby offering a comfortable riding stance. Talking about the suspension, we now get larger diameter 41 front forks with stiffer springs to offer rock solid stability and great confidence even while doing triple digit speeds. Perfectly complementing the stiffer suspension is the double cradle frame made up of high tensile steel. Powering the bike is a long stroke, air cooled 773cc fuel injected BS6 compliant parallel twin motor that puts out 52 PS of max power at 6500 rpm and 62.9 Newton meters of max torque at 4800 rpm. We get a 5-speed gearbox. The tires, I feel, are a huge disappointment because we get MRF zappers and 18-inch tires at both ends, which do result in good high-speed stability, but I really wish we got Pirellis or Metzeler's instead. And yes, believe it or not, this retro bike also gets a slipper clutch which allows you to do faster downshifts without running the risk of the rear wheel locking or hopping. And also, it offers a lighter clutch pull. Now, tank capacity is 15 liters, which results in a good tank range. Seat height is again very comfortably set at 770 We get only one color option to choose from, and the price is 6.99 lakhs ex showroom here in India, which is decent enough considering the overall package on offer for all the retro lovers out there. So, now that I've given you guys a quick overview, let's go ahead and check out my ride reaction, and I can guarantee you'll be completely surprised by its performance.
Okay guys, now that I've given you a quick overview about the motorcycle, let's go ahead with my signature style acceleration test. A retro machine that can propel you to the moon. Whoa, that was quite intense. I didn't see that coming. The very official and very conservative looking motorcycle, but when the branding reads Kawasaki, they do instill that green venom into every machine. When you ring the throttle wide open, that's when the Kawasaki within it, that Kawasaki soul within this bike comes alive. You just saw almost the speedo, the needle was somewhere here, and it was rock solid, and that's the best part about this. Woohoo! What a bike! The more you rev it, the more you feel at ease. Very very seldomly seen motorcycle. Now, I might have already spoken about the history about the bike in my overview, but let me go over it one more time. Okay, so this is a perfect throwback of Kawasaki from the 60s, 1967 to be more precise, based on the British BSA motorcycles. The W series was born, and ever since it's been pure retro essence that are being that's been portrayed on two wheels, and bunch of lovebirds there. Anyway, so What I really like about the bike is the stance of the motorcycle. It looks pure retro, and that's all about that retro classic vintage fashion and style. It oozes that style, retro style, and every picture that you click on this is bound to get viral, but you have to be dressed to complement this motorcycle. I am awkwardly dressed with this sports jacket and gloves, but I wish I had leather jacket and leather gloves to complement the retro soul of this machine. Another thing, slipper clutch is the modern element included, so faster downshifts happen effortlessly. So say for instance you're going and see, even if you're shifting down fast, the rear wheel doesn't lock or hop, so that is a good thing. And the clutch feel is also light, plus you also get adjustable levers for the clutch as well as the brake. You also get dual throttle cable for this. Look at it. Wow. This kind of reminds me of the RD350, dare I say that, because that was the god, was and is and will always be the god of two strokes. But in its prime form, you open the throttle and the bike used to come alive, and this one is like pure magic when you open the throttle. Look at it go. What a brute, what a brutal machine. The more you rev it, the more it comes alive. That is the magic theme of the W series, which I have discovered. Honestly, I was a little skeptic as to how this bike will feel to ride, whether it is very low profile, whether it's a low key kind of a conservative kind of a sluggish motorcycle to complement its nature or complement the throwback element from the 60s. But no, it isn't. It is just as much a rocket. It's propelling me. It's propelling me at the rate of knots. Oh my god, this is seriously underrated machine. Seriously underrated machine. I'm pretty damn sure the bike enthusiasts of the yesteryears, the senior guys, they absolutely love this machine, because not only it looks proper retro, but it has the soul of a monster. I mean, you open the throttle and it kind of almost propels you to the galaxies. That's how fast it is. And staying rock solid with 18-inch wheels, so you don't get really fat rubber, you just get an 130 section rear tire, but still the chassis is rock solid. And that's the best part about this. Kawasaki engineering at its very best, and I'm loving every moment of this ride, especially the color scheme, this matte gray, kind of a dark gray theme with the GT stripes running through. What a beautiful machine. This kind of a butterfly shaped handlebar, perfect retro machine. And the one thing that I don't like, there is no fuel gauge. Yaar, petrol khatam bolto dhakka maro dhakka. So that's the only thing that you need to keep a check on. You do get a low fuel warning light, so you have to keep an eye on that always. Don't get lost in the magical riding experience this motorcycle has on offer. Another thing is, say for instance you want to put the side stand down, you don't get hold of the side stand all that easily. It's tucked away right behind this rider foot peg, so you have to get used to putting this. The brakes are good. You do get dual channel ABS. With the tires you get spoke wheels, but I don't think we get tubeless tires. These are MRF zappers, but how do they feel so good at high speeds? Even normal things start becoming extraordinary when they are on Kawasaki motorcycle. I don't know, but It's very good. This parallel twin motor 773cc puts out 52 PS of max power, 63 Newton meters of max torque, but it feels way more powerful. And look at the stance of the machine. I love the headlamp. This is a straight from the Z900 RS, the retro monster, the inline 4 retro monster, which was one of a kind. I'd love to review it someday, but look at how beautiful this bike is. Flawless, like a painting, like a Picasso painting. And spoke wheels, I believe these are tube tires, 18 inches, not even 17 inch, but still they feel rock solid. I love the ribbed pattern seat right here, the twin dials, everything. The round kind of rearview mirrors, the round rearview mirrors are good in terms of the design and offer decent visibility as well if you position them right. And but man, what a machine! What a bike! You have to ride it on the empty straights, and I'm pretty damn sure it'll cruise at 120 or 130 through the highways, and it doesn't ruffle you all that much with the crosswinds. Another good thing is the engine heat management. It's absolutely very well managed, but when you do stop at the stoplight at the signal, you will feed the heat on your shins right here, but that's okay. Now this is an 800cc or 773cc motorcycle. Even my Duke 390 used to heat up at the signal, so that's not a big deal. That is something that you have to take with a pinch of salt when you're buying a higher capacity motorcycle. But yeah, they have done their part in managing the heat really well. This is an air-cooled motorcycle. How much more pure can it get? Yeah, there's no manipulation, there's no liquid cooling, or there's not much of technical wizardry happening. It's just pure motorcycling at its very best. You and the machine going out, having a song and you know, completely forgetting or leaving the world behind. Truly, man, I fell in love with this machine. I kind of fell in love with this machine. The more, the purer the soul of So that's about it. I just hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.